The team, the selection, for the goalkeeper, it will be Aishi Manula, Metacha and Nata, and then the young keeper, Msheri. That will be the 3 goalkeepers. For defenders, we will have Shomari Kapombe, we will have Israel Mwenda, and then we bring a new player in, Haji Mnonga from England, Portsmouth. He's playing there, so we are bringing him in as well. For the central defender, we have Dixon Job, Bakari Nondo, we have Lusadio, Waikenda. Even Lusadio is playing on the right fullback very often for Assam. We still remember maybe that he also did a good job for the under-23 in Ethiopia, where he played central defender. So we want to see him. And in Ethiopia, he was playing together with Abdul Razak, who is now playing for Namungu as central defender. So Abdul Razak is also one of the central defenders. For the left fullback, we will have Muhammad Hussein, we will have Nixon Kibabache, and then there is a coming back to Farid Musa, who is now playing on the left fullback. For me, I still can see he can play left fullback, but I also think he can play left winger. So there are different options with him. But we want to see where is Farid now, because he is being a little bit up and down. For the central holding the midfielder, we have Novatus, which I think you all know have been doing a good job. He is still in Israel, but he is now being on loan to a first division, second division club to play regularly. So he's playing and playing, so we also have expectation that he's on his high. He will be there together with Msamiro, Yasin, Jonas Mkude, and Peter Muya. And then we also bring one new player in, Assis Adamweli from Mbeya City, because I think that player also is interesting. He has some potential. We would like to see how can he cope from national to international level. You never know. Some of these players, they might surprise us very positively, and they will be in the team. Maybe some we have to say, pole next time. Then for the wingers, we will have Kelvin John, as mentioned. Kelvin John can play winger, he can play striker, he play winger in his club most of the time. And he will be there together with Simon Msuva. Simon Msuva is a special case at this moment. I have been in touch several times, have meeting with him here in Dar es Salaam. We are working on his case. We are helping him to keep his fitness. But I think Simon Msuva, we need him in this camp to see where he is at the moment. And most of all, I'm trying to tell Simon Msuva, Simon, get your case solved as soon as possible, because you need to play. You cannot continue not to play, because you will drop. But Simon Msuva, I have the hope soon he will play again. And the main thing is that he will be ready in June for the AFCON qualifier. That is the important thing. Then for the central, more offensive player, we have Faisal Saloom. And then we are bringing another young player in there, Ben Anthony Swakali, who is playing in Spalding United in England. We want to see where is he at the moment also. Then on the other side of the winger, we can put Samata. I know he can play different positions. And then we bring another young player in there, Tepsi Prosper from Assam, because we see his potential. He's on the way, so he will also be there. For the top strikers, we will have Relian Lusadio for Namungu, because he's always giving something to his team, his attitude and work. And there's another player I've been impressed with to see him for his team, for Gaeta. It's George Mpole. I really like the aggressiveness that he has. So we want to see him also at the Taifa Stars to see can he go from Gaeta to play international. And another striker we will bring in is Ibrahim Joshua, who is playing for Tosca in Kenya, to see how he's doing. He has been playing quite well for his team. He has been scoring some goals. He's a bit more matured, but we want to see him. And then the last top striker is Kibo Dennis, who will be there, who who, yeah, you know, he had been injured for some time, but he's starting to play again now. That gives a total of 25 players. Of course, there are some players who have been considered, but at this moment they have not been selected. There are also players who are very matured, but also are getting, you know, there is a time for a player where he goes up, then he has his career, and then there is a time where the player starts to fade out. So some of the most experienced of our players, like Bocco and Erasto, have not been selected for this time, but I will tell them it all depends what you are showing the next 3, 4, 5 months before we are playing in June. If they will be in or they will not be in. But for this camp, I know them very much where they are. I want to see some other players for this. So I think we have got a good mix of new young players, and I think we have Haji Manonga, we have Farid, Abdul Razak, Kelvin John, Ben Starkey, Tepsi, George Mpole, Ibrahim, Joshua. So there are quite a number of new players. And I'm sure, not all of them, but some of them, they will knock on the door to say, hey, I'm ready for Taifa Stars. And that's what we are looking for.